Peace be still, when Jesus speaks to your storm, Matthew 8 verses 23 to 27. The evening sky was quiet over the Sea of Galilee. After a long day of teaching and healing, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's go over to the other side." They got into the boat and began to sail. At first, the water was calm and peaceful. But suddenly, the sky darkened. A fierce wind began to blow. Waves rose higher and higher, crashing violently into the boat. The disciples, many of them experienced fishermen, tried to steady the vessel. But soon, water was pouring in faster than they could throw it out. They were terrified. And where was Jesus? He was asleep. Right there, in the storm, calm, peaceful, resting. The disciples rushed to him and shouted, "Lord, save us! We are perishing." Jesus opened his eyes, unshaken by the chaos around him. He looked at them and said, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" Then he stood up, turned toward the raging sea, and simply spoke, "Peace, be still." And instantly, the wind stopped. The waves calmed. The sea became perfectly still. The disciples stared in awe and whispered among themselves, "What kind of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" That night, they learned something powerful. Jesus doesn't just have power in the storm. He has power over the storm. Maybe you've been in your own storm. Not on the sea, but in life. A storm of fear, sickness, financial struggle, or heartbreak. Maybe you've prayed, but it feels like God is silent. You wonder, does Jesus even care? Is he asleep while I'm drowning? But the truth is, he's still in your boat. He's still with you. Even when you can't see him working, he's in control. He never promised a life without storms. But he promised his presence in the middle of them. The same voice that calmed the Sea of Galilee still speaks today. The same Jesus who silenced the storm can silence your fear. When he says, "Peace, be still," the waves of anxiety must quiet down. The winds of doubt must stop. And the thunder of worry must fade. The storm may be real, but so is his peace. And peace doesn't mean there's no storm. It means Jesus is right there with you in it. Before they even entered the boat, Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side." He didn't say, "Let's go halfway and sink." If Jesus said you're going to the other side, you will make it. The storm might delay you, but it can't destroy you. The disciples discovered that day that storms are not signs of God's absence. They are opportunities to see his power in new ways. Maybe your storm hasn't ended yet. Maybe the waves are still crashing, and you feel like you're holding on for dear life. But listen, Jesus hasn't left your boat. He's still present, still powerful, still able to bring peace out of chaos. Instead of saying, "Lord, don't you care that I'm perishing?" say, "Lord, I trust you, even in this storm." Because sometimes, before he calms the storm around you, he calms the storm within you. So today, no matter what you're facing, remember that Jesus is still the master of the wind and the sea. His peace is greater than your panic. His word is stronger than the waves. And his presence is enough to keep you steady until the storm passes. You're not going under, you're going over. Hold on to faith. Don't let fear sink your hope. Because when the time is right, he'll stand again and speak those same eternal words. Peace. Be still. And every storm in your life will have no choice but to obey.